It wouldn't let me undo it for some reason until I went on the overlay.
It's all good. It's all
So how you doing today, Stephan?
I am doing how do I answer this? I'm I'm doing well. I am so tired and I'm getting ready for a very tiring week. So
Oh, you have all those cons coming up, don't you?
yeah, so this next week I'll be over in Orlando, Florida for MegaCon. And that I fly in on Wednesday and I have something going on every single day and night while I am there. Some stuff with like, oh yeah, I'm helping out with this company, or hey, I'm doing this, and then I've got my panel and da da da. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
And pretty soon it's gonna get crazier in the next few months, hopefully.
I'm looking forward to this.
Same. So, we officially start our rehearsals next week, actually.
Mhm.
So, for those that are been tuning in, the Amalia feature, we are going on rehearsals. We do have the backer kit link up currently. Those funds are to get our talented actors the training that they need for martial arts and accent training. So that's what that specific campaign is for.
Yeah.
Get everyone into shape.
Yeah, dude. So some of us started early.
Yes, they did. So you're back into gymnastics, you said, right?
Yeah, so I've always been coaching since like high school and things like that as far as gymnastics. Um and have coached over at, elite levels and things like that, but over the last year, I guess, it's been actually like getting back in like gymnastics physique and things like that. So when people are sitting there going like, "Hey man, you're different." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I know. Why? You'll find out."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting there. It's getting
Yep.
there.
Well, and like it's
So,
good.
what other stuff
No, no, go ahead.
have you been doing recently that you were able to talk about?
That I can talk about. That's a
You've got to
good
be kidding me.
question. As far as the things
Oh,
that I
we're
can,
back.
yeah, yeah. As far as the things that I can talk about, for everyone that's over on like more of the West Coast and things like that, I did an RC Willie commercial not too long ago. So it's like a appliance kind of brand. So yeah, it was different. um so there was that, but then on the voice acting front, there have been so many things voice acting wise. Like, for the last month and a half, I've been dubbing Russian and Korean vertical dramas. So like the little dramas,
No.
yeah, the dramas that show up over on like TikTok and things like that. So I've been doing, I think I've now done about 3 different dramas and maybe about like 14 different episodes. And I'm telling you right now, like nothing is more difficult than dubbing medical terms in like from a foreign language, and you're trying to match the mouth flaps. Oh my god.
That sounds so fun though. Like I consume vertical dramas like it's no one's business.
Mhm.
So like that actually is really cool knowing that you're actually doing something like that because mad respect, man. I already had it for you, but now even more so.
Dude, it was well, and that was always the thing of just like I had kind of had this desire to do dubbing. Like it's not the biggest part of voice acting that I want to do, but it was like it's definitely on the list. So now when I'm sitting here going like, okay, I've had some work over in animation and things like that. Dubbing is great. This is not what I thought it was going to be, but let's give it a shot. And now I'm just sitting here going, whoa, all right, I don't know if I can do I don't know if I can do what I thought I did, but like Yeah, it's definitely been fun. It's definitely been different, and it's pulling acting muscles that I haven't acquired and mastered yet, and that's always the fun part when it's like, okay, I'm learning a whole new skill set. So, let's go forward with this. So, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it brings about other stuff. At the same time that the dubbing is going on, as far as so like if anyone's familiar with some of the different voices that I do, like I worked a lot with the YouTube channel Mashed. So, I've done Kirby, I've done Aku Aku, a bunch of different voices for like their Sonic series and things like that. Well, they're getting ready to release a video, and it's a collaboration with Devolver Studios, who did like Heave Ho and like a bunch of other games. And I did a couple of voices for that video, and one of them you can easily tell is me. The other voice I did, you will not be able to tell it's me. So yeah, it's been a good time. Been a very good time.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what about you? Like that's been the thing,
Whew.
is just like the getting to interact with Kai is always just like, okay, where are you? What are you doing?
I recently wrapped a short film. We're actually doing like two pickup shoots coming up soon for Cheating, Death, Murder, and Cards. That's Dark Hearts Media Group is a new company that we're teaming up
Mm.
with to do that. Dan Allen, the second, he's a phenomenal writer and director, and it's basically a con artist trying to cheat his way out of hell. Like I saw the posting on like one of the Facebook groups that I'm local to that was in, and I'm just like reading it, and I'm like, "Hey, do you need a producer?" And he's like, "Yes." And it's been a few months where we were working on that, but it's been such a fun shoot, and I
Yeah.
can't wait to go back there tomorrow. We're gonna do another pickup, and then we have one more scheduled for next month, hopefully, and then we'll be done with that, and then he
Nice.
can start editing it all out.
Nice. Is it like all like interior shots and stuff like that? Or are you guys
Interior and exteriors.
fun?
There is one scene that I don't want to get too much into detail with because I can't, but it's basically the card room in hell. That is gonna be so cool to show
Oh,
everybody.
oh, see, those are the kind of scenes that like I want so bad, where it's just sort of like, okay, you take this completely, it's almost like you take a conventional idea for a scene, but then you flip it into a completely different setting. And that's the things that I want so bad.
You'll get there, I promise.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the pipeline.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Let's see what else. Two of the features that I've worked on are out now.
Mhm.
One of them was the Haunted Forest. I was just in the art department. I was like basically the property master,
Yeah.
and I also was a background actor for like the library scene. That was it. But that one is out. That one has nothing to do with my company, but that's still probably one of my favorite sets that I ever worked on, just
Yeah.
because it was such a cool set. We got to film it in Maryland at Marcos Haunted Forest, so like everything was practically done. Like we got to play around in the haunted forest when no one was around to do all these scenes, and it was like I love this. I love everything about this.
Nice. Nice. That reminds like one of the things, I guess, yeah, it's like it's coming out pretty soon. I think next month. There was a feature that I'm just like a supporting over in, and we had filmed some of it like way up over in the mountains out over here. I mean, it you would drive 2 hours to get there, and then once you got off the dirt road, you were driving another almost like 45 minutes to an hour on this like bumpy, like barely even a lane road, just to get out where we were actually filming. And the entire time that we were out over there, like it was kind of cold, but like it was one of the most fun exterior shots that I've ever done, and we even had to simulate rain over inside of it. I posted like a live of it a while ago, and you see like all of us going and getting sprayed down, and it's like what people don't know. It's like, yeah, we're doing this in the early part of the winter season. It was already cold outside, and we're getting sprayed with water. Please kill us.
Oh my god, I could do it, but I wouldn't want to do it. Like, it's one of those things, like, you'll do a lot of things for your craft, but if you can avoid it, you will at all costs.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's that's something where like usually like and we saved most of those like getting wet scenes till the end of the shoot, which was great. But even so, like it took a while, and at like one point the sun finally like comes out, but like you see all of us like just hugging a boulder, just like get warmth, get warmth, get warmth.
It's
Like, oh,
kinda like it was for The Haunted Forest because we did a lot of night shoots for that because
mhm.
of the context of the film, and it was in the middle of, like, November, so it was cold.
Yeah.
It was I was honestly surprised it didn't snow more than it, like because it was, like, super rainy, super chilly, and it was like we had to have, like we kept ordering, like, a whole bunch of hot hands and feet and stuff just so
Mhm.
we can try to stay warm.
Yeah. D what was it? Oh, so I went and, I was a grip over on a short film that one I can't do any details about, but we did that one a month and a half ago, and for that shoot, like, again, mount over in the mountains, but it had snowed hard the night before, even to the point where we all thought, like, "Okay, we might not actually be able to do the shoot." Um, it was something, it was something that, like, it was so doggone cold and so, like, not miserable, but definitely just it's the kind of cold that instantly seeps into your bones, and hot hands were not going to work. Like, luckily, they had thought forward enough, like, we had built our own, like, little hot room and stuff like that, but when I say that at one point, like, I'm sitting there adjusting the lights and things like that, it was art like, the sun had already come down, a little breeze was coming through. The actors are wearing, like, l when I say light clothing, it might as well be no clothing, and all of us are just sort of like, "This is cold, this is cold, this is cold." But then for, like, anyone that doesn't necessarily know, like a grip, like you're staying in the same spot, just waiting over with them, like with the lights, just making sure like everything is being done. I'm sitting in like an ice patch, just like I can't move. I can't move. And I think we shot there for about like we shot right there for about 20 or 30 minutes. I lost all feeling inside my toes. And then all of a sudden, like because I was on like a hill and things like that, when they were saying like, "Okay, let's set up the next shot," I just looked down, I'm like, "I can't get down. I can't get down at all." So I wound up just telling people, I'm like, "Look, we're gonna slide everything down, and guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, all those bushes and things like that, just get ready. I'm going to slide directly into those bushes," and that was my brakes. I
Oh
slid
my
dir
god.
like, I slid into the bushes and into, like, a little stream. I was ice cold, and I just looked at people like, "Filming is awesome." You know?
I'm glad you're okay now though, but geez, that's
Yeah,
scary.
it was a whole doggone thing, but, like, I loved the crew that was there. I had worked with some of them before on some other things, and, like, when I showed up, they're like, "Hey, okay, so it doesn't we don't have you as one of the actors." I'm like, "No, I'm a grip today," and they're just like, interesting, but like it was still a great time. That's one of the cool things about like productions and all this stuff. Like you can be in the most miserable setting, but you're already going to be having fun if it's a good crew and a group and a good team.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, people are very surprised when I'm not a producer on set. like, because a lot
Mhm.
of people I work with on other shoots, and then some of those shoots, I'm just acting, and it's nothing to do with me, and then they come to me for the answers for the shoots, and I'm just like, "I have nothing for this one. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing what they tell me to do."
Yep. Yep. There we go. There we go. Real quick aside. So again, for anyone that's over on the like over on my Instagram live, go to the YouTube link. That's that is where we are doing like the full interview, so that way you guys aren't just hearing my voice.
Yeah, if you wanna ask him questions, that's where we're answering them too.
Exactly. It's like I will be answering questions here, like here, not here.
Come join
Oh,
us. One of us. One of
what?
us.
No joke. No joke. Oh,
Oh, the Among Us movie. I read that they were, like, filming that or something right now.
I I haven't heard anything from that for a little bit. Like, honestly, the only things that I know of are all the stuff that's being shot out over here in Utah, which I had wrapped up. So the last bigger thing that I shot, for anyone that knows, the like if you were a fan of the show Yellowstone, there's a new spin-off show called Marshals, and I've been in that one as background and a featured extra. So basically, like in all of the bar scenes, you'll be able to find me. It's ridiculously easy. They kept my face plastered on the front so many times. So you'll just see me in like different hats and clothes and stuff like that. But that was the last bigger thing that I shot out over here. And this week it's gotten a little bit warmer. So over the next bit, we're gonna start getting all the normal, films and TV shows and all that kind of stuff coming back through.
Oh, that's nice. I know,
Mhm.
like, I'm, like, an hour outside of, like, Baltimore and stuff, so, like, there are stuff that comes near our area, and we have, like, a pretty decent sized community where I'm at, and I'm not too far from Philadelphia, which is nice. But,
Yeah.
like, most of the time, though, people have been coming to me about producing their stuff lately, and it's just like, it's nice and all, but, like, at the same time, I'd like to just be that random actor or, like, random crew that doesn't have to do much every once in a while.
Yep.
Especially because with Amalia now, it's like, now that we're at rehearsals and getting ready to do the training and our Mark press tour eventually, like, very soon, hopefully, like,
Mhm.
it's like, I'm a
Yep.
little busy."
Well, and that's always the thing, like, when finally things are going and all of a sudden, that's when you start getting more people going like, "Hey, can you do this?" It's like, "Nope, I've already got this going on, like, I'm sorry for that." It's one of the reasons why I always feel bad during, like, my convention season is just because people sit there and go like, "Hey, dude, we need a voice for this." I'm like, "You've got this day and this day. If you are not in there, there's nothing I can do for you." Or like, um what was it, like 2 no, not 2 years ago. Gosh, this is probably about 3, almost 4 years ago. I was over at a convention, and a buddy of mine all of a sudden called me up. He's like, "Hey, man, I really need I need you because we've got a bunch of scenes that need, like, we need a dirt bike guy, and then after that, I've got another thing that I need someone that, knows a little bit about, like, tumbling and stuff like that and is willing to take a fall." I'm like, dude, I am not available. There's nothing I can do. I you got to look at someone else. And then just on a rogue chance, I was like, "Can you tell me what you're shooting?" He's like, "Nope, I can't tell you what I'm shooting at all." I'm like, "All right, well, you know, that's how it goes. I'm sorry." Come to find out, it was it was Thunderbolts. So the desert scene, that was supposed to be something. And then the other one was for Fallout, and it's like I still was able to go and and work something out for Fallout, but like, dude,
Wait,
getting the
what did you
call.
do in Fallout?
So in one of like the last battle scene or the last um like marauder scenes and stuff like that. I was able to go and be over on set. They used me for some things. Most of my shots got cut, but yeah, like that was something where I was able to go and do a little, like basically when they're over inside the power armor and they're blowing up the like the little wasteland town. That's what that was.
From
So
season 2?
season one.
Season 1? Dude, also, Kyle, our stunt coordinator, he actually worked on Fallout,
Yeah,
like, for stunts.
yeah, that was something where him and I kind of chatted for a quick second, and that was sort of like a hey, hey, you know. So like, I don't, we didn't run into each other. I don't think we did, but like, that's definitely something where I love when worlds kind of interconnect like that because it's like, oh yeah, I did this. Oh, I did that too. Where were you? I was over on the East Coast. I was on the West Coast. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because like, a lot of our people are starting to connect on other projects. Because like,
Hmm.
in LA, I cast a whole bunch of people out there, I also cast a whole bunch of people in New York, and, like, the people in New York are actually telling me like, "Oh, yeah, we started working together," and, like,
Yep.
we end up finding out we're on the same project, and same with some of the LA people, and it's like some
Hmm.
of them are actually befriending each other, and it's like, "That's great." It's like, I
Yep.
love it, I didn't even do that on purpose.
Well, and that's always the kind of cool part about when you start working on projects that are not only in your market. Like I've been trying to go and tell more actors here in Utah because everyone kind of like stays in here and and doesn't really do much outside of it. I'm like, guys, work on other stuff. You'll start meeting people that like you meet them once over on like on one production, and then for some reason, every year you now meet them somewhere else, and that's happened to me a couple of times where all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, I met this person out over in Washington, DC. There's no way I'm ever gonna run into him. And then all of a sudden I'm just hanging out over in Disneyland one day, and it's like I literally look behind me, I'm like, dude, why are you here? You know?
I was like that too, like, when I worked in, oh god, whatever was it? Like, people I met on the Haunted Forest, I've seen on other stuff too, recently. Also things because like, I used to work a lot as, like, PAs on, like, the, streaming shows like How to Get Rich and,
Mhm.
like, even, uh, gosh, what was the one I did for Nat Geo Wild? I don't remember the name. It was a while ago. But anyways, like, I still see these people and I'm like, "I vaguely remember you."
Yep.
Okay. And, like, even like, I also work events, like, for, like, Flow Sports and other companies, and,
Mhm.
like, I'll occasionally work with them, and I'll, like, bring them into projects, or they'll be like, "Oh, I love your work ethic. I have this project coming up. Hey, you wanna come work with me?" I'll be like, "Yes."
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially when they provide travel.
Yeah, that's definitely been a nice perk over the last, like, I'd say, oh man, I've only really been having the travel portion, probably only for about the last like year and a half, but that has been something where, like last year, I was out over at a convention, um, for what was that? That was Comic Palooza. And real quick, like almost like 2 days before I was flying out, there was a director for a commercial that still hasn't come out now that I think about it. I was like, "Hey, if you're already gonna be here, like jam inside here, we'll get your lines done, and then you'll go." And I'm like, "All right, well, I mean, I'm already gonna be there." And they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go and take care of you. Like, we're gonna refund you as far as like all the travel costs and all that." So I'm like, so basically, I just got my trip for free. I'm not mad at that. Like, I got it for free and I'm getting paid. Yeah, we're good. We're golden, and like that part was really cool. The only thing that was difficult about that one is the day before I flew out, I was doing some reshoots on a feature. Then I fly out, I do the convention, I was only there for a day. So, like, I did my panel, ran over to go do the lines, passed out. The next day, I woke up, got back on a plane, flew back to Utah, and was doing another commercial. And it was just like, at the end of that, I told everyone, like, "Guys, I don't know where I am, and I'm so tired. Like, please shoot me."
That's how I've been, like, especially for, like, the overnight shoots, like, when we did the clowns, like, that month I was gone because we went to, like, Chicago and
Mhm.
Iowa and Elizabethtown. Like we went all over Illinois and like Dubuque, Iowa. And I'm just like, and then I had to drive from Dubuque to O'Hare for like 3.5 hours for me and the other actor because the other actor didn't have a driver's license. And even though I was like that set, I was also a property master, and I also was a stunt double for one of their actors as well as background for like a bar scene. I got to drink
God.
and sing. It was great.
Kai just getting to do it all.
But like I had to drive us because he was like, I need someone, we need to get this person to the airport because they're wrapped, and I was already wrapped too. And I'm like, just give me one of the rental cars. I'll drive to O'Hare. I'll fly out from O'Hare, go home because he had to fly me out too anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna like or drive out with Crescentia because originally I was gonna just like leave with Crescentia because they had brought their car and their
Mhm.
trailer and they
Mhm.
had to drive back. And I was like, well, like I'll just drive back with Crescentia. And they're like, we need someone to drive. I'm like, you know what? I would like to not drive for 2-3 days with Crescentia. Not I love Crescentia, but I was just like, I'd rather just fly home and be done because we were gone for like an entire month and a half for
I
filming.
feel
So I didn't
this.
get to see my family. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take that 3 hours. I don't care if I just had the overnight shoot and I have to just go. I'm just gonna go. And
There you
both
go.
yeah, so me and the other I was like the other actor kept taking naps in the car, but his one job was to keep me awake. It's like I had to keep myself awake.
Been there, done that. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I freaking love that shoot. I love that shoot. He was great. Like when he was awake, we had great company. We had a lot of fun. We stopped to get food and everything, and we actually he just messaged me here just before I got on the live about my because he saw that it was my birthday today.
I was about to say, like, it's like big time. Happy birthday, Kai.
Thank you. Yeah, I figured everyone was like, "We have Saturday." I'm like, "I avoided scheduling all of my meetings today because it's my birthday, but for the show for you guys, I was like, okay."
I see, and that was something where, like, honestly, that completely evaded my notice and all that. I think it was just this morning that all of a sudden I started seeing, yeah, like first one was over on Facebook. I woke up, I checked my Facebook real quick, and it's like, and birthdays today, Kai. Oh.
Which is why I was like, "Is this really the only day you can do it?"
I felt so bad.
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, anybody watching, feel free to donate to the backer kit and put happy birthday to me.
No joke. Yeah, it's like definitely go and do that. It's like, look, all right, you can support Pi Day or Kai Day. All right, we kind of know which one you should be doing. So
Oh, it's funny. That's how my kids remember it's my birthday. They say it's pie day. I don't like pie, and they think I'm, like, wrong for that, but, like, that's how they remember it's my birthday. She's like, "Mom's birthday's on pie day." It's like and she doesn't like pie.
look, it's a contest of champions right now. So like Pi has had its glory. Step down. This is the absolute time to step down. So
Like, I don't like pie itself, I like the math pie because I'm a math nerd.
hmm hmm
But the food pie, it can just stay in its lane.
Oh, trust me, I am right there with you. Like I'm not a fruit in pastry kind of person, so it's something where when someone goes like, "Hey, would you like apple pie?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. Let's not do that." Or how about cherry pie? Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you decide to go and put any sort of fruit on either my cheesecake, my pancakes, my waffles, something like that, I'm not saying we're going to blows, but I'm telling you, like, the thought will have crossed my mind.
Okay, so you're not allowed to hang out with me on my birthday because I absolutely love fruit.
I love fruit. I just don't want it on my I don't want things. Like, you can hand me a
Okay,
mango. I'll terrorize a mango.
okay, so, like, I like the only fruit I like on my actual, like, food is, like, strawberries on
Mhm,
pancakes. I love strawberries and mix in blueberries when you cook it. Like, that's cool. But other than that, like, I'm the same way. I don't like it on my cakes. I don't eat cheesecake or pie, so, like, I don't have to worry about that.
mhm.
So, like, there's yeah, most of the time I eat fruit it isn't in something, it's the actual fruit. Like, the only time I'll eat it is, like, on pancakes and not even waffles, just pancakes.
What I am sensing from this is that our wrap party is going to be very interesting for whatever caterer, because you and I will be sitting like, okay, the food is great, everything that's cooked, and we're just gonna be looking over at pastries and over at desserts, just going like, your move, make the correct choice.
Well, you see, I have a little bit of sway over that considering I'm the one booking them.
Not wrong, not wrong. Fine, I'm gonna be looking at you guys, just going like, all right, let's
It's
see
like,
what you.
don't worry. The ones out here aren't for us. Ours are in the back, Stefan.
I'm down
It's
for
like
this.
it's like I didn't even tell the PAs. I'm not gonna have them get it for us. We're just gonna go get our own.
Yeah,
So we have
okay.
them all.
I actually have a story similar to that. So, I had done, the movie 1928. Again, another Yellowstone, not like spinoff film. And what was kind of fun about that, like we went out over to St. George, Utah, over on this like huge sound stage. Things are kind of cool. And that was my at that time, that was my first time interacting with Kevin Costner like on set. So like I'm there over inside my getup and stuff like that. I'm completely fine. And it's supposed to be like a bar scene. So like they kind of set all of us up. They do all that, and then all of a sudden they're about to switch an angle, and they're like, "Hey, we need someone to walk in front of camera just so that way we can establish the shot." They picked me and another dude, and they put the camera right down over at my butt. So it's like, okay, great. This is my defining moment inside this movie. It's going to be, again. I'm gonna try not to curse right now, but it's like it's gonna be my butt, and there we go.
Oh, this is a 18 plus channel, so cursing is completely allowed.
So they film right at ass level. Okay. And it's something where, like, we did so many takes right there, but we were doing them all before lunch. So, like, as soon as we're getting ready, like, I think we were at, like, our second to last take, and all of a sudden, like, all I get this, like, hand over my shoulder. He's like, "Ah, how you doing? How you doing?" I'm like, "Pretty good, Mr. Costner." And he's just like, "Ah, this is great, you having a good time on set?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's great." It's like, "If you need anything, let me know, it's great to meet you." And I just look up and I'm like, "This is not the first time we've met." And he's like, "Whoa!" And long story short, I had met him once before when I was a kid because I got lost at Knott's Berry Farm in California, and he was the person that found me and helped like get me back over to like Lost and Found and stuff like that. I start going with the story. He instantly remembers it. And he's like, "Yeah, you." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm old now." So then, like, right at like we do the next two takes, and then we wrap for lunch, and all of a sudden that hand comes back, and he's like, "Come here." I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I'm gonna go eat over here. You're coming with me," and I'm just like, "I'm not gonna tell you no." So all of a sudden, like, I see everyone else standing over by like Crafty and like the trailers and stuff like that, getting their food. We go over in the back, and it is so much better. I'm just sitting there like, "Oh, this is good. This is so good." Like, there was, like, tri-tip and brisket and all this other kinda stuff, and I'm just like, "How am I here?" So now I always know, like, there's crafty, and then there's the actual food, and I'm always like, "Who do I have to talk to get to the actual food?"
You see, that's something that I don't fully agree with because like in
Mhm.
all of my sets, like every time that like my company's listed on it, I'm like everyone's getting the same thing. So
Yeah.
like if you want that cheap food, everyone's getting it. Just be prepared. I always tell that to my directors and the other producers and stuff. It's like if you want to have this good food, that's for everybody because I'm all about like trying to get equality at it.
There you go. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, that experience was cool, but you are right, there are so many different times where, like, when it comes over to, like, crafting and stuff like that, the amount of times where, it's like, if I'm gonna have to choke down, like, a dry sandwich, I wanna know that everyone's got that same dry sandwich, because there have been too many shoots that have been like, "Alright, we work a hard, hot day," and then all of a sudden it's like, "Food, water, and a Lunchable. We're gonna muscle through this." At least food is there. So, oh man, doggone.
Noah just called me. I had to mute myself. He was just like, "I just want to wish you a happy birthday." I'm like, "I'm live on YouTube."
I get this. I get this.
So Noah is one of our co-creators. He's actually the first of the co-creators that I brought in to the project. I brought in other people before then to the project, like Crescentia and Debbie and stuff, and Brandon. Like they've been helping me for most of the project actually. But Noah's the first one for the actual co-creators that helped out.
Yeah. It's like, and
We
Noah's actually.
actually met. He actually applied for the writing position for Blood Ties, which was a story of H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper as if they met. That was something I wrote when I was in college, and I wanted to make it into like a film. And
Mhm.
then that project obviously dropped, but
Yeah.
then we kept working on other things since then.
There
That's
you
actually how I met
go.
Crescentia too originally.
See, and that's like Noah has been fun because every single one of our meetings is always like when I see Noah in there, I'm just like, all right, we're about to laugh for a quick second. Like I love it when someone can instantly go from like professional to, like casual and things like that. And he does that. Like when we need to be serious, he's right there being serious. When there's time to joke around, the jokes fly. So yeah.
You should hear the meetings where it's just me and him.
I couldn't imagine.
We literally, I have to like police him to get work done so he can get work done because me and him are just cracking jokes, and then I'm like, oh, like half our meeting's gone. We need to
Yep.
work.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we still get a lot of great work done, and some of those jokes actually, especially when it's me, him, and David in the same one, we'll get like a ton of work done, and those jokes will eventually make our way in some shape or form into the script. Thank you, David.
This is the rewrites to Mark of the Shadow are making sense now.
I mean, those ones were just me and David. Also, crack jokes a lot with him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me, it's like as I've continued to go and prep for that, it's been fun to kind of see where I can tell bits of personality have been put into like characters and things like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
yes.
so you have not seen the rewrites yet because
Mm,
the okay, so I'm working on 2 series for David.
mhm,
He's publishing them through my publishing company, Kai's Kingdom Publishing. The first one is his debut series, The Royalists. That
mhm,
one is all UK writing and stuff like that. I helped him with doing the developmental edit already, like restructuring plot pacing, and now it's going through line edit. Mark of the Shadow, Magebane, and Eyes of Gold are taking longer because those are not only do I have to do the developmental edit, but I'm also having to redo some of the dialogue because
mm.
the characters need to have their own voices and it's stuff like that. And not just that, but also because it's lore that they don't necessarily know yet because
Yeah.
my brain, I have really bad ADHD. So like you guys have maybe 5 to 10% of what's actually in my brain what I want to do with like this world. And like David and Noah know the most about what needs to be done and they still only have like maybe 30 or 40% of the world.
Jeez.
Yeah, you and you
Again,
just read how much we put out already.
yeah, like for anyone that that is here and will be watching this, realize that like when I say this is probably one of the most expansive series that I know of, not even like read or been a part of or anything like that, that I know of. Oh, like and again, the care that has gone into for some different things, like even getting the development, like the early development over on characters that I'm sitting here going like, "Oh, like I know a bit about from just being like, okay, there's the actors and things like that." But seeing the development is just going like, "Oh my god, there is so much more here that like defines this character." So it's even made me like re not like rethink, but approach my character in a very different sort of way, and I'm really looking forward to it. So,
And you are
yeah.
announced for both shows already. So yes, he has 2 characters he has to keep in mind.
Yeah, well, wait, am I announced for the other the
Branthis?
the
Yeah, you've been announced.
Okay,
You've
okay,
been
okay.
announced on all yeah.
Okay.
Your
I was like,
character's name and all that stuff in the background hasn't, but you are announced as an
okay.
actual on person
Yeah.
person.
Perfect.
And
Yes.
it is known that you are an angel, but that's it.
Cool. um, yeah, it's something where again, seeing the not only just the interconnectivity between some of the different characters, but again, like looking over at the character themselves and whatnot as I'm reading what is not the final copy of of Mark of the Shadow. It's still illuminating, and there's so many questions that I have of just like I don't want to wait. I want to ask the questions now because this is intriguing. And even when I said there's there's one scenario that my character does in the book that I am already going like you
You
know?
haven't even read Mage Bane yet. That has
I
that's all
know.
about your character too.
I know. This is all the stuff that I'm just like it's not fair. Future Stefan is having so much more fun than present Stefan is.
Yeah, it's been a fun experience. Like Ichabod, what so Siegfried, Ichabod, the leads, all six leads from the Amalia
Mhm,
Chronicles, not Amalia, but the Amalia Chronicles. We have Sophie, Erica, Merrick, Siegfried, um, Cedric, and Merrick. All six of them were from the very start of the show, like from the conception. Same with Ichabod and his relationship with Siegfried, and
mhm.
a lot of and um, Alaric, which I'm only name dropping that name. I'm not telling you guys who Alaric is, but you're gonna understand when you
Oh,
actually watch the first season. You're gonna love it. Like all of these
oh.
characters and the way they interact were all from the conception, which is why they're the most fleshed out of all of them.
Mhm.
Like Marco Vrandis and uh
Augustine
Tomas
or
and Tomas.
yeah.
No, I did Augustine too. But like Marco Varanus, Tomas, Raphael, those
Mhm.
were all characters that David brought in.
See, and that's something where like in through what I've already read, they feel so so concrete that it's almost, again, like I'm just going through the early manuscript for Mark of the Shadow, and it's like, okay, they feel like huge characters, and yet when I sit there and I go back to our meetings, I'm like, but they're not. you know, so it's like it really is this kind of, again, when I say it's fleshed out and it's expansive, I really want people to know that this series is like this entire universe. Let's just put it that way. This entire universe is something where it's like not only will you have content for years, but it's something where it's so fulfilling because even within even within what I've written or not written, read, it's almost like these little mini events that it's like, "Oh, yeah, this happened." It's like it wraps up perfectly, but then you also know, like, "Oh, that's coming back. Okay. Alright. We're good." It's like you're not sitting there waiting forever, just like, "What's gonna happen?" It's like, "Nope, it ends right there," but realize that this is going to be a reference point that goes into so many other things. So,
Yeah, and
yeah.
the good thing is, we're trying to avoid the pitfalls that the MCU does for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We want to
Mhm.
make it where you don't have to watch or see every medium to understand and have a fulfilling, complete story. But at the same time, if you do read and watch all the content, you will have a better understanding of the overall world, and you will
Oh, yeah.
see all of these references. But if they're being referenced in one, and being fully taught together, it's going to be referenced enough where you don't have to watch or listen to it,
Mhm.
but it's there in case you want to know more about certain characters. So
Exactly.
like Mark of the Shadow is going to be mostly Siegfried and Ichabod and Caleb and Augustine. Oh my God, Augustine.
I love Augustine. Like at first, I'm not gonna lie. Like the perception that I had of Augustine when we were first talking, and who he is in the book, two completely different people. And I'm sitting here just going like, I like this guy. I don't know if I fully trust him, but I like this guy. You know.
And now that David has been like so David and I have been he's been writing out the monologues and like the lessons of politics and stuff like that. And like we've been talking and reorganizing them and then having the talent read them. So that's what we've been sharing all month was from all that stuff. But like my favorite of the clips has still been so far all of Augustine's lessons on politics because every single one of them always makes me laugh. And there's two more coming out, one today and one tomorrow. And that's it for like this run, but we're going to
Mhm.
probably revisit that when we get to the actual series promotions too,
Oh
and like
God.
expand on his lessons in politics.
It's and that's yeah. It's so much fun, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like if you haven't been following along, like you really should. You really should.
uh, I can't wait. Like, I was actually surprised. Like, I don't voice act very often,
Mhm.
and I am like working on narrating a book, which I can't get into right now, but realizing that like brings me back. It's like that's why every now and then I'm just thinking, what would Stefan do? What would Stefan do?
You can
Like
ask what
before,
would Stefan do?
like that's my first train of thought too. Like don't worry. When I get closer down, I will probably be reaching out to you more.
Mhm.
But like that's my first thought too. Is like, and I'm thinking like also like especially when it comes to like the Nari and stuff and the other
Yeah.
escapes, like having to do all of that. I'm just like, what would be a good course of action? An Ichabod. Okay, so
Mhm.
the art department and I had been working on miniatures and stuff like that for like to do Ichabod's thing. So like we know we're gonna have you there on set, so that way you
Yeah.
and Pablo can interact with each other, and you'll probably end up wearing a whole green screen suit because it's just funny.
Down, yes. Down.
Yeah, head to toe. All you'll see is like green.
See green.
Hulk smash.
If you think that I am not going to be sitting there in the great like just sitting there in like Spider-Man-esque poses, just sitting like yes.
Oh, speaking of Ichabod, do you want to read the potential intro for the series that we had you did
Yeah,
before?
yeah, yeah, I can definitely do that.
Let me mute myself so I don't like have the background and laughing.
Oh man. Let's see. Let me just make sure I've got all the thing. And then yeah, just send me the link because I can't remember where it exists on my PC.
Okay, then I'm gonna need a minute. You talk, I mute. I'll look for the
Okay.
link.
Yeah, I will tell people as far as like the voice for Ichabod, like there is like a reference point, like people can probably identify the main reference that I have with the voice. But I'm still like it's fun because like I'm still continuing to develop it, especially now knowing knowing what is happening inside the book. It's doing that. What also has happened, because so much, well, basically the entire book, since it's a fantasy book, is it is every character has more of like a UK based accent. David, the writer, David Kane, he's been fantastic with giving me references as far as accents, um, and working with me to kind of develop the voice, as well of most of the characters, and it's bled into Ichabod. So now, what once was this kind of like, it still doesn't have technically like a UK accent to it. You can tell where it's bleeding into it, and it's something where I've kind of been playing with a couple of different ideas again that I'll have to talk with Kai and all that kind of thing about. But it's something where with voice acting, typically you're not given a lot of time to develop a voice, like especially with most of the stuff that I've done. You go and you audition with the voice. That's the one you're using. Maybe they might change one or two things with it, and then you go. But with this, I actually get to develop a character and a voice and so much with it to go and like inform the performance that this has been the role that I have continued to look forward to, as soon as I got cast. And this is the one, like, this is the one that I'm putting all of my effort into. Like, you can ask my roommate. There's times where I'm sitting inside my room, what must seem like a crazy person, and I'm just talking, trying to like continue to refine the voice, So it's, I cannot wait. I legitimately cannot wait.
All right, I sent you the link on Discord.
All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, you just tell me when to stop, and then I'll just kind of keep on going.
Oh no, this whole thing you want by all means.
Okay. Let me go and take a drink of water. All right. And again, everyone, I'm sorry for any flubs that happen. Welcome to live readings.
Picture a nation, green, pleasant, peaceful. From the mountains of the Highland Pass, all the way down to where the forest of the Nari crouches over the landscape, all is well. All are content. Draw closer. See the great city of Kui, second of all the settlements in the Kindle Empire, as the spires of the citadel and the turrets of the Academy of Magic each seek to outstretch the other. At less lofty heights, in the massive streets that tangle all together in a confusion, thousands move. Merchants, millers, mercenaries, and they are only a fraction of the whole. None of them know. And what none of them know is that this is where it will happen. If it comes to that, none of them know what it is, which, if nothing else, proves that ignorance really is bliss. Because if they did know, they wouldn't be here. But how will it happen? Who is responsible? Who is to be blamed if there are to be any left to point fingers, and if they still have fingers to point? Let's explore. Above us looms the Academy, home to every boy or girl with a scrap of magical talent. It's a reasonable suspicion, isn't it? Bloody mages, messing around with the fabric of the known universe. What did they expect, carrying on like that? Reasonable, but wrong. If there's one thing a mage learns, if they're to stay a mage, specifically a living, breathing mage, is that it's important to know when to stop. They'd never even think about doing something like this. But ask a mage who might, and every finger left who would point across the city, where stands the citadel of Jinx, goddess of chaos, mistress of mischief. You might say that she has a reputation. But are the church and the faithful to be blamed for the work of their God? Should we demand answers from the hammer of why it struck the nail? And not all are the devout are blunt instruments. Some of them are a good deal sharper. At any rate, the gods themselves have rules, and even a trickster like Jinx knows the reason why. The most stained hands are always mortal. Look beyond the walls of Kui. Out over the green fields, see, off in the distance, a coach. It rides at a sedate pace, set by the guards on horseback who ride before it. A noble's coach, that much is clear. And out of the window, face bright with excitement, leans a girl, thinking of nothing more but the wind in her hair and the scent of the grass around her. From inside the coach, a mother's gentle admonishment sounds, and with a sweet laugh, the girl obeys, sliding back out of sight. No one, to look at her, would ever think that she could be responsible for all that is to happen, or that every foot the coach travels on its way to Qui is sand running through the glass. Unstoppable, irreversible. Ignorance is bliss.
I can't tell you how many times I was so giddy hearing it when I actually heard it the first time. Like,
It's all
everything you've been bringing in for Ichabod, I'm just like, "Oh, this is what I've been thinking of."
and that's the thing, like it's super fun to look over at Ichabod. And again, like, you know, like I refer back to so many different characters. And even with the way that I have been thinking about Ichabod, like at first it was like, oh no, he's like Joker-esque, you know, and I mean Joker, not necessarily just as like the Batman character Joker, but literally like the medieval version of a Joker. I was like, but he also has so much more to him, where like he himself is a trickster. But then like even now reading the book, it's like, oh, but he's got depth. There is so much more here that that is just like, you can't simply just make him like a happy-go-lucky person. You can't just make him this you know, this evil entity. There's so much to deal with. So yeah.
Yeah, and, a glimpse behind the scenes for casting. So I run my casting where I have everybody read monologues to start.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with the project. It's just a monologue, just so I can test range and figure out, because a lot of people have a look for the characters that they applied for, but
Mhm.
at the same time, I'm like, I'm casting a whole world here, and I need to see if like maybe you're better suited for another character, which is why I did that.
Mhm.
Um, and then when heard you read that monologue, and I'm like, okay, he's Ichabod, let's get him in. Like before I even like sent out all the invites, I was already like, Stephan's Ichabod. I sent it to the other people in the casting department, and I'm like, just so you know, he's Ichabod. They're like, and everyone was like, well, make sure you audition other people. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going to, but he's Ichabod. You'll see why. Trust me. I did that too with Siegfried. I was
Mhm.
just like, Pablo Siegfried," and, like, people were going against that one for me. I'm like, "No, I know my characters. Pablo is Siegfried." And then when we did the round robin, which is where I was like, everyone was reading other characters and stuff and seeing, and, like, in the private chat for that, people were like, "Oh, no, you're right. Like, Pablo's
Yep.
Siegfried." I'm like, "I know."
Yep. I even remember in like submitting, like I remember submitting for Siegfried and just going like, okay, you know, like maybe I'm gonna give it a shot. But then I saw Ichabod and went, oh, oh, this could be really fun, you know, just knowing that it was a voice role. And then like as soon as you gave us the monologue, I just sat there, I was like, okay. And especially like the thing that I liked about it was the fact that for the monologue, you asked for 2 different takes with 2 different voices, you know, and I was like, "Okay, let's have fun with this," you know, and it's like, again, what's been super fun about it is, like, ever since doing that particular monologue, it's, like, informed so much more of my acting, but going straight back to the first take, which is somewhat similar to the Ichabod voice, I have referred back to that so many different times and even submitted that for other, for, like, other casting directors and stuff like that when they're asking like, "Hey, we want to see something that you can do." I send that to them. They're like, "Oh my god. Like, how do you go and do that?" And I'm just like, "I don't know." So,
Uh,
yeah.
just wait until this is actually out. Like,
Oh my
seriously.
god.
You'll have
It's
so much to play with.
and that was the thing, like, even, even doing this intro, when you guys first sent this to me months ago, it was like, okay, let me go and do it. And then the adjustments that you guys are making me go and do then, like, I cannot wait for that to come out because even what I just did, there's so many things that I remember doing in the retakes that were like, "Ooh, that makes it better. Ooh, that makes it better." That I'm sitting here trying to remember. I'm like, I can't remember it immediately, but like oh gosh, there's been so much fun just with Ichabod. That again, like the scene for Ichabod in the show. I sit there all the time just going like, it's brief, but it's so fun.
Well, now that that take is out, you can always use the audio and, like, use that for
Mhm.
submissions now since it's officially out in the public now.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's always nice.
There you go. But yeah, like I cannot wait for people to really really experience what's coming down the pipeline and just like if I've been having this much fun with it already, I can only assume how much like okay, one of the characters that well, at least one of the actresses that I am the most looking forward to is Lilith. All right, like Lilith Hart, what she has done just on her own, I cannot wait for so much more. Oh.
Yeah, she actually was in the Cheating Death. Like, a lot of the actors for Cheating Death for, like, the random backgrounds, like, I got Taya in, I got Lilith in. I was starting to bring all the Malia people over. I keep throwing
Mhm.
them projects because 'cause I'm like, "Here, you know, here's some stuff. I work with you. I know you work great." So it's like, "Here,
Yeah.
take these."
Well, and again, it's the more that actors can work together, there is a natural chemistry that just comes from like, "Oh, I know how you are. I know how you act. I know what your style is," and especially like for the last little bit, I've been taking more like improv classes and things like that, like technical improv. And the more you work with someone, if they start to improv a scene, you already know like I know what their headspace is like and I know what their capabilities are like, so you can almost yes and to so much of a greater scene rather than you're sitting there going like I don't know what your capabilities are, so we're gonna try to do something and sometimes it doesn't work. So no, I'm absolutely that kind of person where it's like if someone likes using the same people over and over and over again, usually it's because they all work well together and you instantly know like, "Oh, we can make some good stuff."
And that's one of the things too, like, a lot of the sets, that I've been on, I honestly think they should have it's longer for shooting, but I really think they should focus more on, like, like, the big scenes. Like, they should have just that shoot day for that scene. Like,
Oh,
especially,
yeah.
like, for us, for the deep plunge when we do the bar fight, that's all we're doing that day, because
Yeah.
I want all of the angles, I want all the stuff, and then I want to get all the footage that we need, and then I want the actors to have fun with it because you can come up with so much stuff. I mean, obviously not for like the stunts, like
Mhm.
don't improv on the stunts, but like the actual dialogue and stuff, because
Yeah.
that could be dangerous.
Yeah, it's trust me, very, very, familiar with that.
And almost everybody that I've hired, at least for the main cast and cast, is also a stunt actor or can do a good majority of their stunts, or they're being trained to do the stuff that like we want them to do. Like nothing crazy, like anything crazy, like jumping off buildings and stuff. We still have like stunt actors for. Yes,
Mhm.
there is a jumping off a building scene in the film,
Yeah.
although the actor made me promise that they could at least do it once on wires.
It's well, okay, I hope they get wire trained. Um,
They, they, they,
it
they are.
cool. Yeah, see, that's one of the things that with with the gymnastics background, it's been helpful when it comes over to stunts because like there's a film that I did a while ago. It hasn't come out. I don't even know when or if it will come out. But like they made us do a completely improv fight scene, and it was 3 people, and it's like this like it barely worked, and in part of the fight scene, they have me run up a wall and do a like run up a wall and do a backflip, which only the director knew that I could do that. Like the other actors didn't know that I could do that. The cameraman didn't know I could do, like no one knew that that was coming on. The only thing that I told one of the other actors, I was just like, "Hey, I'm going to be backflipping over you. Um, so when we do this push, I need you to push and follow through. Do not back up." And sure enough, like the first take that we did, like he goes to go and push me. I run up, I do the backflip over, and then like he turns around and the face he has was just like, all right, go through, like keep on going. It stopped production almost immediately. Like everyone sat there was like, we didn't know that was going on. We did like 2 more takes, but ever since then I've been sitting there asking people like, hey, let's choreograph stuff, please don't improv, because even if it works, it slows too many things down. you know
Yeah,
oh
very big. That's very important, especially when it comes to like if the film doesn't have that in general, that's something like no, like no one's expecting that. And two, for
mhm.
something like this, it's like there's so many moving pieces, so many people there, different angles. Like we need to be able to catch everything.
Yep,
like
yep. It's one of the things I'm actually looking forward to, when I'll be able to kind of interact with Kyle a lot more next year. So yeah, this is gonna be fun.
yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely be working. You and a lot of people are going to be working very closely with Kyle once we start filming. Because like while we're filming, we're also going to be like using a gym for part of the day, like with
Mhm.
him to practice everything before we get to sets,
Yeah.
in and out of costume.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be a whole new thing.
Yeah, you get to learn all that with your other character, all of the costumes while you're doing all of your stuff.
It's well, see, and that's the thing is like since right now I have a completely blank canvas when it comes out over to that, like I've just been doing the old stuff, that I like martial arts I learned as a kid and like re-upping over on tumbling and and stuff like that. So it's like I've had no I've had no direction as far as the prep work, which is actually kind of cool because now that we're starting to go and get ready, like we're starting to get ready for all the training and stuff like that, to already know like, oh, I've got a basis in this and this and this and this. All right, just tell me what I got to specialize in, and we are good to go. Like,
All right.
uh, yeah,
This is
don't
first
do
look
it,
here.
Kai.
This is
Don't
first
do
look
it.
here. We are vamping up for Rampus. We already met with the writers' room. We are already writing. We're getting ready in April. We're going to start writing the first season. So like,
Mhm.
and we also reached out to directors in Japan because we are filming partial in Japan. So we will have a Japanese director is what we're going for. There he's melting.
I'll get back on camera.
Yeah. I remember the first time I told you we were going to try to film in Japan, you like flipped out.
Well, and that like it's one of the so like for people that know me, like yes, I love anime and Japanese culture. Been out to Japan quite a few times, lived there very briefly. And like, Japan is not a new thing for me, but it's always been like I want to get back so bad. So yeah, when you said that, I was just like, ah!
Japan and the UK. Yep. Those are the
Yeah.
two biggest filming points out for that show.
Yeah. So I've yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. That's at this point Ramthus is coming along a lot faster than Amalia is, but then again Amalia is also a much bigger project because it's
Much,
like
yeah.
only like 8 episodes per season for Ramthus for 3 seasons.
Mhm.
Amalia is 5 seasons for 20 episodes. But we
So
also
much
started
work.
rewriting that. We have the scripts, like, pretty much figured out for the
Yeah.
first season, like, all the structures and stuff, and we already started writing a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's been the cool thing with being a part of a production and and a whole team like this is it's not like anything I've known. It's not that like, oh, I've been acting for, a long time and all that kind of stuff. And, on like again, I've done good projects, but not been nearly as involved. And I'm telling you guys, like seeing where it's like, oh, when we start doing updates as far as like, oh, we got this episode done, and it's like, excuse me, okay, cool. And then days later, it was like, oh, the next one done, and it's like, okay, I'll say this much: David is an entire beast of a person. Anytime I start seeing that David is involved with one like an episode or something like that, I'm just like, well, here we go. You know?
Yeah, so,
Um,
like, we're gonna have writers that are the featured writers for certain episodes, like, because a lot of their scenes are being used, but
mhm.
David and I are still gonna be touching every episode to make sure it's structured the same,
Yeah.
but, like, we're having other writers showcase their stuff, like, in the series specifically, not so much the film because we had to, like, do a quick turnaround and change the script.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, backstory. So we originally tried to launch this as a pilot episode, but every single investor that I talked to was like, "We'll invest in a film, not a pilot." It's like, but pilot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that was the thing, like, I remember when that was going on, I was like, "Okay." It kinda at first it stung, but then I was like, "Okay, but let's see where this goes." And then you guys updated with with the film script, and I just went like, "Oh, we're still gonna have fun with this. This is
And
this is cool."
and the first 2 episodes of the series uses a lot of the film stuff, but it also expands on it. So, like, not only did we get the film script done, we also got, like, the first 2 episodes pretty much
Mhm,
redone anyway.
mhm.
And a lot of the stuff that we already worked on were easy to converge because, like, everybody on especially the writing team I've talked about the lore of this project so much, like, they can randomly throw in things and it, like, almost always seamlessly fits into the world, and
Yep,
same with the rewrites. "Oh, like, you want us to rewrite something? Okay, well, I know how this works. Let me see if this works," and it usually doesn't or with, like, minor tweaks. So it's
yep.
like it's been so like, such an amazing team. I love everybody from the writers' room, s David, Noah, and Daniel, and Justine. Oh, Justine's working on all of our music like, a lot of our, like, bar songs and stuff, she's already been working on, and she also has, like, a sea shanty ready. So
Oh
is
god.
David. David has really liked to do the bar songs too. He's throwing in random ones. I'm like, "Okay."
He's getting to play with the sandbox that he doesn't get to tap into often.
Oh, and, um, yeah, yeah, I'll wait until the next live because you guys will see it's gonna be coming up soon, but there's another announcement in the next live.
Yes!
So, everybody that's watching will know, like, same day. Well, regardless, same day today too. Hopefully here in, like, the next hour or so.
There we
But,
go.
yeah, you're gonna wanna, hear that announcement too. Well, you probably actually no, you know it because I said on the server. Never mind.
Yeah, I will say this much, my entire life has been absolute chaos over the last, like, again, like, 3, 4 weeks specifically, so if it's been in that, time frame, trust me,
Oh,
it might barely exist in my mind, but, like, yeah,
it is an announcement, and it does involve David.
got you, okay. So, yeah. Regardless, I'm still gonna clue in for it.
But, um, yeah, I guess is there anything else we wanna touch base on before we wrap this up? Because I just realized that oh, no, you have an hour, don't you?
Uh like an hour more for stuff or
Let's say we'll say we'll wrap it up soon because we've been alive for a while now, haven't
yeah.
we?
Yeah, and it's like I've got relative like I can always chime back in later on today and stuff like that. Most of the things I had to prep for, I got done over the last couple of days that I wasn't planning on. And then I just have one thing I got to do later on tonight. But As far as things coming down the pipeline, like I said, there's a video on the YouTube channel Mashed. I think it comes out the 26th. I think that's when it's supposed to debut. But I'll have like that's the one where you're gonna hear me do. I cannot wait for you guys to hear. Like, there's two lines specifically that I take up to such a high octave, and I wound up having to go and do those lines the day after I went to a concert, so my voice was already kind of hoarse, which helped the character. And like I had to scream so many different takes, and also as background, so part of my vocal training, I've actually been loosely working with a metal vocalist coach. So they're teaching me how to do like the actual guttural, like, "Ooh," all of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that more in my voice acting.
Oh yeah, was that the one where you were doing the live where it was like looked like you were screaming
um,
when you were
y-
doing the story shares?
no, that was a different animated show where, again, I play a demon. I play a whole lot of demons, but no, that one, um, I
Oh
can't
yeah, the demon era
talk
you're
about that
talking
one.
about.
I am still in my demon era, and it's just like there's a short film coming out not too long from now where I play both like literal God and the devil, and I have to have a conversation with myself. It's it was interesting. So yeah, like voice acting has definitely been fun, but yeah, I'd say just that little mashed video for now. If anyone on the East Coast, if you're planning on going to MegaCon this next week, I will be out there. I've got a voice acting year one panel on Thursday at 5 p.m. But then I am a feature for a couple of the different after parties. Um, I am doing a group thing over at or the Universal Orlando, and then like one or two things I cannot remember right now. So yeah, feel free to like hit me up. I am fine to go and like chat with people while I'm there because it's not something I'm gonna have to do a signing at. Yay!
And in the description, we have the links to Stephan's Instagram as well as mine and the company or for the show. So if you want to
Mhm,
follow us, and again, if you haven't already, please check out our backer kit. It's going to be live until about April 2nd,
mhm.
and the funds will be used to train all of our actors.
Definitely do it. Definitely do it. Allow us to do cool things.
All of the fun. All right. Thank you so much, Stefan, for being here, and we'll be back
Absolutely.
live shortly on the channel with another guest.